Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. Welcome to Far Out, where no question is left unanswered. My name is Dr. Fly Bryant, and today's question is a mystery unlike any other. So buckle up, buckaroos and science sleuths. We're diving into global warming. And more specifically, how fucked are we?
Dramatic new study published Wednesday in the journal Nature predicts global warming could melt the West Antarctic ice sheet within decades, far faster than previously predicted. The collapse of the sheet, combined with ice melting in other regions, could cause seas to rise up to 6 feet by 2100.
Water has a lot more molecules in it than air, so they bump into ice molecules a lot more often than air does, making the molecules move faster and faster until the ice molecules are in chaos and they melt. But the biggest problem isn't that we know this is happening. Scientists have been coming to a consensus of this for years. It's that things are much worse than we think. Oops.
Just 2 weeks ago from NOAA, that CO2, our emissions, our greenhouse gases now, the #1 element is its highest level that's ever been recorded, over 400 parts per million. This is the highest level in 650,000 years. We know this from core samples, but again, it's going to continue, and half the world's population lives in coastal cities.
Whether through corruption, collusion, or just bad science, the real world is a lot scarier than our models predicted. Those cities ABC mentioned, they could be missing by 2100 at best and 2050 at worst. That's either your mother's lifetime or your grandma's. Oh, hi, Sonny. How you doing? No cookies for you. To compound the us getting fuckeried, all those models are the basis of the trademark agreements we've put together to fight global warming. The Paris Accord, the year's major step to fight global warming, doesn't actually do anything but urge further action. But you can't keep kicking the can down the road when it's rolling towards you down a giant hill of global death.
Also found the melting of the West Antarctic ice sheet is not yet inevitable, but that the emission reduction plans outlined in the 2015 Paris climate deal are far too weak to stop the sheet from melting.
The good news is the public is starting to open up to the idea of human-caused global warming, which may not sound like much given that, climate change. But you gotta take your good news when you can find it. Because once the people start getting behind it, it becomes a lot harder for the politicians to ignore it, right? I don't really do this political stuff. It just makes me feel all sticky.
You know, when I hear Obama get up and say the biggest threat to the world today is global warming, I say, is this guy kidding?
Will you act on your words and reject fossil fuel money in the future in your campaign?
I do not. I have money from people who work for fossil fuel companies. I am so sick. I am so sick of the Sanders campaign lying about me. I'm sick of it.
Oh, I forgot. Corporations are people these days. Thus, by the transitive property, we're totally fucked. So fucked. Those are our country's 2 current vote leaders expressing their current concern with the fossil fuel industry and the changing climate. And despite Hillary's insistence that this Greenpeace activist is parroting lies, she's not. I don't have to give you an experiment for that. You can literally just Google it. And sadly, even Bernie Sanders takes a little money from oil men, even though it's less than 1% of the money that Clinton and pro-Clinton super PACs receive. And that doesn't include sentient bacterial colony Ted Cruz's cool million in straight cash. That's right, kiddos. This has been Far Out, where no answer is left unquestioned. And I'm Dr. Fly Bryant, reminding you that science is real depressing sometimes.